Midnight. A shadow sits alone on the streets of Worli, Mumbai, in front of the door of City Bakery, waiting for the shop to close. He knows that the price of biscuits will be halved after midnight. His stomach is trembling with hunger, but there is a stubborn determination on his face. One day this city will recognize me. That young man's name is Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan needs no special introduction in this subcontinent. On October 11, 2025, this legendary actor turned 83. Even at this age, he continues to act with determination. The triumphant journey he started in films in 1969, he continues to move forward like a beacon with unwavering dedication and unwavering morale to his work. His 56-year-old colorful acting career is like a unique story of inspiration. He left his job and took a train in pursuit of his dreams. Everyone may know that Amitabh Bachchan's life is as dramatic as his movies. But very few people know, his first job was a corporate job. He worked in a shipping company called Bird and Hillers in Calcutta, later Blockers. Good salary, office car, evening parties, it was all there. Yet, there was a strange restlessness in his mind. The addiction to acting kept swirling in his head, like an inevitable melody in the rhythm of his father's poetry. He had come to Calcutta from Delhi with the same passion for acting in his head. He also did theatre in Calcutta. But the urge to do something bigger was growing within him. No one knew then, this tall, dark-skinned, calm-faced young man would one day change the history of Indian cinema. Chasing after his dream, he boarded a train one day on his way to Bombay. He had his little savings and a bundle of hopes with him. He had promised, he would not take a single penny from home, he would live on his own earnings. But the path to the film industry was not smooth at all for him. Being 6 feet 3 inches tall, with a slender body and a dark complexion, no one wanted to give him a chance. Even though his first film, Sat Hindustani, won the national award, it took him 2 more years to get a chance in his next film. The proof that he did not give up is his impeccable performance in more than 200 films. Amitabh has walked the thorny road of Bollywood with firm feet. Despite being the son of the famous poet Harivansh Bachchan, he has not hesitated at all and has rushed from studio to studio for work. At some point in the beginning of his film career, he had to spend 2 nights on a bench on Marine Drive in Bombay. The condition of his pocket was deplorable. In Bombay's Worli, the price of sweet biscuits at City Bakery used to be halved at midnight. A 4-anna biscuit was then sold for 2 annas. Amitabh waited for the price of biscuits to come down for many days until 12 midnight with great hunger. Even though it sounds like a fairy tale now, he regularly sit at the doors of famous directors Tara Chand Barjatia, Pramod Chakraborty, Shakti Samanta, B.R. Chopra. They did not care. But the wheel of fate turned after a few days. Later, he worked with almost all of these directors. This was Amitabh's silent, gentle revenge. Amitabh caught the eye with his 4th film Anand, 1971, but after that, 8 consecutive films flopped. Still, he did not give up. Zanjeer was released in 1973. This was like a thunderbolt comeback. A new symbol was born in Indian cinema at that time, Angry Young Man. Diwar, Sholay, Dawn, Coolie, each film took him to the invincible peak of popularity. There was a time when Bollywood meant Amitabh Bachchan. There was a sense of deprivation in his eyes, a thunderous roar in his voice, and that voice later became one of the most influential voices in India. But can you imagine? This man with a rich baritone voice was once rejected by All India Radio in a radio audition. His voice was said to be not suitable for broadcasting. Amitabh had said in an interview at that time, "They said my voice was not good. I thought, one day people will hear history in this voice." And that is what happened. Today, Bollywood directors wait for days to get his voiceover. Amitabh Bachchan suffered the biggest setback in his life even while he was at the peak of his success. In 1995, he founded Amitabh Bachchan Corporation Limited. But that company was the future. He had to count losses of about 90 crores due to failed business decisions. He had 55 cases in his name. He also had to mortgage his own house. His career was almost over. The movie Murdyudata, 1997, was also a failure. Bankrupt, disappointed, mentally disturbed, yet he did not lose. One day, he appeared in Yash Chopra's office and humbly said, "Give me work, I have to repay the loan." That humility brought him back to life. He started hosting Kaun Banega Crorepati on television. That show brought him back to the homes and hearts of millions of viewers. Then, in Yash Chopra's Mohabbateen, a different Amitabh returned, heavy, serious, yet gentle. It's as if he gave birth to a new form of himself. He also made fear a friend. Amitabh once said, "I want butterflies to fly in my stomach all the time. Fear should never go away. The fear of doing something new keeps me alive." That alone explains why he is still relevant today, why he is still an icon of the young generation. Pa, Nishabd, Chini Kam, Piku, he has presented himself anew in every film. With age, he has become a more mature, more refined artist. Even today, at the age of 83, he wakes up on time every morning, reads scripts, exercises, and appears on the shooting set before the scheduled time. Punctuality and self-control, these two qualities have made him unique. Amitabh Bachchan is not just an actor, he is a school. His life teaches, failure does not mean the end, but rather a declaration of a new beginning. From a young man who failed on radio to the king of cinema, from a bankrupt businessman to the soul of television, he has come back brighter every time. Today, on his birthday, there is only one thing that can be said about him: he has taught that the real beauty of life is not success, but struggle.